Today I'm going to show you some common guitar vibrato mistakes and how to fix them. So if your vibrato doesn't sound as good as you want it to, there are reasons why this is happening, and we're going to fix them all. We're going to cover the 7 main aspects of guitar mastery. The first of those is getting the vibrato peaks and valleys, called the vibrato pulse, to be consistent. I'll show you how in just a few minutes. The second thing I'm going to show you in just a moment is when practicing vibrato, do not start and stop and start and stop and start and stop. Don't do that. The third thing I'm going to teach you today is to start off slow when practicing, but when you begin speeding up the vibrato, change nothing. And I make a big deal about this because when I'm teaching students, as you'll see in just a moment, when I'm teaching students to move from practicing slow to practicing fast, they change all kinds of things about exactly what they're doing precisely. So it's critical that when you start speeding up the vibrato, that you don't change any fundamental aspect of it other than the speed itself. The fourth thing we're going to cover today is vibrato pulse and speed consistency. This is really important because if those two things are not consistent, the vibrato is just going to sound bad, as you're about to hear in just a moment. Then the fifth thing that we're going to cover today is how to stay in time with the tempo and how to avoid the common mistake of playing out of time. And sixth, we're going to talk about how to play vibrato with the beat or against the beat. In other words, how to synchronize the vibrato pulse with either consonance on the beat or dissonance on the beat. And the seventh thing we're going to cover today in just a moment is the biggest secret, and that is to imagine the exact sound that you want the vibrato to sound like first before you attempt to play the vibrato. This is the thing that most people don't do, and it's one of the big reasons why they struggle to produce a great sounding vibrato consistently. Now, I've taught vibrato to thousands of my online private students, and anyone can learn to master vibrato. It's not that hard, but you've got to follow the advice and practice a little bit here. So what you're about to see and hear is a one-on-one guitar lesson that I did at my annual event called HESFest. I'm going to give you a little warning before you watch. It's a little hard to watch and listen to because mistakes are being made, as you're going to hear, and then they're being corrected, okay? But this is a gold mine to learn and master vibrato and see the process played out. So right now, let's talk about vibrato in isolation, okay?
What are you playing?
First, second string, 12th fret.
I do that.
All right. Okay. So when you play, just don't talk. Just
Okay.
play it. Okay. Let me stop you there. Our goal here is to make the peaks and the valleys of the vibrato, or sometimes called the pulse. That's
Right.
peak and valley. That's one pulse. To make that consistent, right? So it goes up to the same amount, and it goes all the way back
Right.
down. Okay, so stay on the same note. Same note. String 2. Okay, now, that last one was actually quite good. Do that again. Okay. Listen, Dwight.
Sorry.
When you play the vibrato, don't stop
Oh.
and then start over again.
Okay.
So don't do this. Oh, that wasn't good. Let me start again. Oh, that wasn't good. Let me start again. Don't do that.
All right.
Yes, the note will eventually die. That's okay. Get 3 or 4 pulses before you stop and rearticulate. Okay, I stopped there. What was really good about that, it was slow, but what was really good was that you went up to the same place and you came down to back to 0 pretty well. Okay, that was quite good actually. All right. So now, when we're doing that, we're looking for to repeat that consistently. So change nothing and do it again. Okay, you're sped up. So we want to change nothing. Same speed as before. There you go. Let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. All right. Now, the other thing we have not yet talked about is the consistency of the speed of the pulse. So the distance up and down, we've talked about how high you bend it and then releasing it all the way back down. We talked about that. Now, we want to make the distance between each pulse, the distance meaning the start and end point, the same for now every time. Okay. In real life, it won't always be the same. You'll sometimes do it faster, sometimes you'll do it slower. But we want, for now, to be consistent, and we want to try and get this in time. So we should have a little tempo in mind. Okay. Yep. Right now, you have a decision to make. And the decision you need to make for practicing is, where is the beat? You can either do the vibrato where the beat occurs when the note is not bent, and that sounds like this. See, every time my foot goes down, the string goes down.
Oh.
My foot goes up, the string goes up. Foot goes down. Hold on.
Sorry.
When you play, they can't hear me on Zoom.
Oh, sorry.
All right? So when the foot goes down, the string is down. Foot goes up, the string is up. Okay, that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is exactly the opposite. Foot goes down, string goes up. Okay? Okay.
Wait a minute.
But now you're doing it in sync with the foot the other way. Okay. It doesn't matter which way you do it. The reason it does matter, but it doesn't matter for now which way you do it. But the reason I pointed out is that sometimes you did it one way, sometimes you did it the other way.
Yeah.
So you're changing this. And what we want to do is not change anything for now. Because every aspect that you change makes it difficult, makes it harder to practice for consistency. Because you're either changing the speed or changing the note, changing the string, changing the beat, so everything consistent for now. So for this moment, let's start with the string down when the foot is down. Okay, now let's get our feet in sync, okay? So let's tap our foot first. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Am I playing the right note?
You're playing the right note, but you're bending it higher now.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Now, the next thing that we need to do is we need to really listen so that we're playing consistently. Listen. That's the sound we're going for right now. A half-step vibrato pulse. Okay? Okay, now do that again and change nothing. Do it again. Don't speed up. Don't speed up. Okay, you're out of time. Stop. Keep the foot going. Wait. I want to wait to make sure that you feel the time. Ready? Go. Remember, the string starts with the foot down in this case.
Okay.
Now stop. Keep the foot going. Don't speed up. You're speeding up. Slow it down. Now, before you play, imagine the sound before you play. What is the sound you want to hear? Imagine that. Okay. Imagine it in your mind.
Okay.
Imagine it. Nobody wants to hear you or me sing, especially me. Okay? Imagine it. Visualize with your inner ear. Now play it. Can I stop? How well do you think what you played matched what you imagined?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know either because I didn't imagine it. You did. Well,
Not
that's
quite
okay.
right.
It's a rhetorical question. So that is what you want to focus on. So after you get those pieces together we talked about, the next thing is, as you practice in time, you imagine, what do I want to hear? Then you go execute. And that's true not only with vibrato, but with anything. If you just start playing, let's say, for example, you wanted to do, okay, and you just do slides and a bend and a vibrato, whatever, but you don't know exactly what you want to hear, it's very hard, in fact, it's impossible to be consistent or even accurate in terms of expression because you don't even know what you're trying to be accurate to. It's like punching random numbers into a calculator and then hitting the equal sign. Some answer is going to pop up on the calculator, but it wasn't the answer you were even asking for because you weren't even sure what you were punching in. So we want to know, what are we punching into the calculator? Imagine what we think the number is, then hit the equal sign, and let's see if we're right. That's kind of the analogy here.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So if I do this, no,
sorry.
this is just an example. Just listen, okay? If I do this, I imagined exactly that sound, those notes, with that speed of the slide, with that integrated bend, with that vibrato thickness and speed. I imagined that exactly. It wasn't an accident. I didn't say, oh, I'm going to just slide, and then I guess I'll bend somewhere, and then I'll just do it. No. I knew exactly the sound. Then I went and executed it. All right, so that video just covered the 7 main aspects of mastering vibrato. And just to recap, the first one is getting the vibrato peaks and valleys, the vibrato pulse, to be consistent. The second one was when practicing vibrato, do not start, stop, start, stop, start. Don't do that. The third thing was to start off slow when practicing, but when you speed up, don't change anything. Number 4 was getting the vibrato pulse and speed to be consistent. Number 5 was how to stay in time with the tempo and how to avoid the common mistake of playing out of time. Number 6 was how to play the vibrato with the beat or against the beat. It's a choice that you've got to make. If you want the dissonance to be on the beat or the consonants to be on the beat. And the 7th thing, the big one that was there at the end that you just saw, the big secret is to imagine the exact sound first before you even attempt to do the vibrato. If you don't imagine it first, what exactly you want it to sound like, it's going to be really hard to perfect the sound. Now, if you like my videos on YouTube, you will love my personalized breakthrough guitar lessons. I'm going to show you exactly how to transform your guitar playing from being just okay to being really awesome, even if you're stuck right now or you're having some self-doubts about your guitar playing. Imagine how much better your guitar playing will become when you know exactly what to do and exactly how to practice. And you have the guidance and roadmap to get you there. Now, I've done this for literally thousands of people over the years. If you are willing to do the work, if you practice at least 30 minutes a day and follow what I'm going to show you, I'm absolutely certain I can help you become the guitar player you want to be. Now, unlike other lessons online, you're not going to get a bunch of generic cookie cutter lessons from me. You get lessons customized to you, to who you are, what your goals are, what your challenges are, your strengths, your weaknesses, your learning style, experience, frustrations, and most importantly, who you want to become. So check out my breakthrough guitar lessons at tomhess.net/guitar and see if they're right for you. I'll see you on the other side.